In a village in Italy, Gepetto, an old wood carver, finds a piece of wood that seems suitable for string puppets. But just as he got to work, a miracle happened. The piece of wood started to speak. After being modeled, the string puppet was able to walk, run, or eat like ordinary boy. Geppetto called the string puppet as Pinocchio. And Pinocchio is very naughty and likes to lie. Every time he lies, his nose grew longer. He also easily taken in by sweet talk, so he is often deceived and almost gets hurt. His behavior troubled his father, but after experiencing various misfortunes, Pinocchio finally learned from his mistakes and tried to be a good boy. And his efforts are sweet free. He received a gift from a beautiful fairy who had been watching him. The Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi is included in the classic novel series category. The mark the classic novel series, Gramilia labeled that the front cover of the book with a red rose stem. For lovers of classic novels, The Adventures of Pinocchio gives a classic feel that is fun and exciting because the translation is easy to understand. Yep, easy. Unlike the other classic novels, which are sometimes difficult to interpret because of the inappropriate choice of diction, The Adventures of Pinocchio is really fun, and I can finish it in one day. Yeah, maybe. In fact, I'm too lazy to read the novel. Yeah, and that's why when I switched genders, it was fun like this. I felt that I had an enthusiasm for yesterday fill up reading list. This Pinocchio adventure novel tells the story of a string puppet made by Geppetto, a carver from Italy. Pinocchio has a magical and mischievous attitude. He often lies and easily tempted by the lure of others. When he lies, his nose will grow longer until he can get out of the room and has to be eaten by the wood pickers. Pinocchio is just a wooden puppet who can talk and act like a child, but his body is still wooden. Therefore, when he experiences misfortune after misfortune, it is his body made of wood that takes him on adventures to various places in this world. Starting from prison because he got into trouble with the people, being tricked by cats and fox in the field of idiots, playing in the land of toys, being sold to become a circus donkey in a circus show, until he was stranded in the body of Perseus' shark. Pinocchio not only has a mischievous nature like little children who don't like going to school and like to skip school, but sometimes he is also kind of like when he realized that his father would be sad if he didn't come home on time. Yep, like my father. However, all of his mischief gives Pinocchio a new understanding that being a dutiful child to his parents is an obligation that will bring him good luck. He slowly changed his bad character and became a good boy who diligently went to school, studied, and worked hard to provide a decent life for his old father. Yeah, by the way, in this classic novel there is a mystical element. There's how about how about it or not? Because the cricket keeps appearing in several scenes. Even though it is said that the cricket was dead when it was hit by Pinocchio's hammer. So why did the ghost appear? Is it really the ghost or is the cricket still alive? I will tell you this scene. This they tell about, oh no, now you can call me, you're a good cricket, but you remember when you threw a hammer at me to kill me? You're right, good cricket. Hit me with the hammer now, I deserve it, but let my father live. I will let father and son both live. I just want to remind you of your past crimes against me, to teach you that in our world, we must be kind and polite to everyone. If we want kindness and politeness, we ourselves in trouble. You can see this scene in page 196. There are several quotes filled with wisdom that I like from the adventure of Pinocchio. In page 85, they say, I laugh at fools who believe everything they hear and allow themselves to be so easily tricked. You are a complete fool to believe that gold can be ground in a field like beans or pumpkins. I once believed that too, and now I read it. Today, I have come to the conclusion that in order to earn lovable money, one has to work and know how to make a living using their hands or brains. Meanwhile, in page 93, we say, hungry, my child, there's no reason to take things that don't belong to you. There's a lot of page or scene you can see in this novel. The novel Pinocchio as a classic work is also often adapted into other works such as drama shows, films, novels, or in the form Korean dramas, or we can call it drakor. As far as I remember, when I was little, there was a Pinocchio fairy tale that was broadcast in the Indonesia TV. Now it seems that the Pinocchio fairy tale is rarely brought to the screen by filmmakers. However, in South Korea, the script writer for kid drama Pinocchio turned the classic story of Pinocchio into a work that is different and better than the story in this novel. Although, of course, the segmentation of enthusiasts is a different story. The novels are read by readers who prefer their imagination to fly with the fiction set out by Carlo Collodi in his works. Meanwhile, the Korean dramas present a more realistic visualization with a different twist. Overall, I kinda like this classic novel, The Adventure of Pinocchio, because the portion of adults who make decisions is not so much. Pinocchio is still a child who has to solve his own problems to become a real human being. So I think this novel I give 7/10 for me, because it's kind of interesting to read this book, the novel The Adventures of Pinocchio. So have you heard this classic novel, sir? Maybe you have, or you finally, or maybe you can not, you can know about, I'm sorry, maybe you not know about this novel. So I tell you, this novel is very, very interesting. You must read it. That's for me. Thank you. See you next time.